Let's talk about something that most business owners don't even consider when they're making business decisions, and 9 times out of 10 is losing you more money than you think. I'm a serial entrepreneur, real estate investor, and agent looking to give you biblical and strategic advice when it comes to business and finance. The thing that most business owners don't consider when making decisions is opportunity costs. One huge opportunity cost that business owners don't consider is time. So, for example, business A versus business B. Business A requires you to put $10,000 down. Now, you expect to get a $25,000 profit off of your money, but you have to invest 40 hours a week on that business. Or business B, where it requires you to put $10,000 down and you expect to only get $20,000 in profit off of your money, but you only have to put in 15 hours into that business per week. So most people will only consider, oh, I'm going to go with business A because it gives me the best return on my money. But most people don't consider the time that it takes to do that. Number two is going to be focus. So again, just like time is something that you only have a limited amount of. And when it comes to focus and growing a business, you're going to need as much focus as possible on one particular thing. Consider this. If you were to build a bridge to an island, would you build multiple bridges to get over to the other island, or would you focus on building one? So, key example, you have a business and you have a marketing strategy that is starting to pick up and grow, but you have a business partner that tells you that they are getting success in their other business based on paid advertising. And so you invest $3,000 on your current business to do paid advertising, and you completely put down the marketing strategy that you were using that started to give you some traction. Now, 6 months down the line, that $3,000 could gain you some profit. But have you considered the cost that it took you to get there? It took you the 6 months that you could have been using on the marketing that has already given you traffic. And instead, you've taken that time and put it into something and started it from ground zero. Hence the example I gave of building multiple. Better to start with one and focus on that instead of building multiple, especially in the beginning of your business venture. All right, and this third point is something like I said that saved me and my business and actually helped us grow with less stress. The last one is capacity when it comes to opportunity costs. And I'll give you a perfect example that I've experienced. So this is back during the pandemic, real estate boom. Like I said, I'm a real estate agent. I had everybody and their mama looking to buy a house. Everyone taking advantage of the low interest rates. And so here I was in the vehicle, driving back and forth from house to house, submitting offers. And you win some, you lose some. And till I considered and realized that yes, I could service all of these clients. Don't get me wrong, but is this the best use of my capacity? And what I mean by that is there comes a time in your business where you have to scale, or at least you should be considering and looking at ways that you could scale. I didn't see the current business strategy that we had as scalable because it required so much of expertise. So it's not something that you could easily hire out. When it comes to writing offers, negotiating, showing houses is easy, but not that side of things. But also, do I really want to spend that much time and be at the mercy of my client when it comes to their preferences and all of the little likes and must haves and things like that? And so, what we did was transition our business to 80% dealing with listings and sellers instead of the opposite. And what that actually did was we didn't take a hit in our profit margins. In fact, we were able to save ourselves capacity and scale easier and service more clients. And in fact, we niched down even further and specialized in helping homeowners who have failed at selling the first time, coming in and being that second opinion, specializing in additional marketing, the proactiveness that our team brings to the table was able to reach out and help a lot more sellers. So that's just another thing to consider. I guess what I'm trying to say is not every client is the right client for your business. And you have to consider the opportunity cost on who you choose to work with. So next time that you are making a business decision, don't ask yourself, how much money can this make me? Ask yourself, what am I giving up in order to move forward with this decision? Once you do that, you're bound to have success. If you haven't yet, Go ahead and follow me, like this video, and share something in the comments below to help somebody else out.